What's up everybody, I am Jasprit Singh and welcome to the Minority Mindset. So if you follow me on Snapchat, you saw that last week I was in Los Angeles doing some work at the YouTube Creator Studio and having some fun. The trip was awesome. I met so many cool people doing big things and I had so much fun.
We made it to the top. Not sure where to go now, but we're up here somewhere. There's downtown.
But on the way back to Detroit, there were a lot of backups at the airport because of the protests going on. And these huge backups led to people freaking out because they were late. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. I'm gonna be late. What if I miss my plane? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. So in this video, I want to talk about how to deal with stressful situations and maybe how you can even make money on them. There are two things that happen when you panic during a problem. You stress yourself out and you still have to deal with the problem. Try to find a way to laugh and make the best out of every bad situation. On my way to the airport, the cars were backed up so much that I had to walk 3 miles to get to my terminal because the cars are moving so slow.
There's protesting going on and we got a flight to catch, so we don't got time to wait in this traffic. So now we're walking a mile to the airport. Everything is backed up everywhere you look. All right, so it's not a mile. It's like 2 or 3 miles. So now, time to run. Everybody walking. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do about this.
You know, I could have easily started complaining and crying about how hot and uncomfortable and muggy and stupid and tiring this whole situation was, like everybody else was doing around me. But I just joked around with people about how this is actually a good thing since I missed my morning workout, so at least I get some cardio in before jumping on the plane. Then when I was standing in line for the security check, I saw people around me shaking, literally shaking, because they were so freaked out that they might miss their plane, as if the whole world was gonna end. I know it sucks to miss a flight. I've done it. I've been stuck in airports in foreign countries for days at a time. But if you can't do something about it, why beat yourself up over it? A good way to remember it is if something's not gonna matter to you in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes worrying about it. It's not worth the stress. Oh, and did you know stressed is just desserts spelled backwards? And you have to understand there's a big difference between urgency and freaking out. If you don't have a sense of urgency, you'll never get anything done. But freaking out over problems and situations you can't control, that's not gonna help anybody. You might want to try looking for opportunities instead. How do you expect me to find opportunities while sitting in the airport waiting to see if I miss my flight? Well, there's a story about a young 20-some-year-old high school dropout who was on his way to the British Virgin Islands so he could spend some time with his girlfriend. He got to the airport super excited to go, but that's when he found out that his flight was cancelled until the next day. Everybody around him started to cry and complain and moan, but he decided to do something about it. So this guy calls up a charter plane company and asks them how much money would it cost to rent a plane to the Virgin Islands one way that same day. After he called them, he started counting the number of people that were waiting to reschedule their flight. Then he bought a blackboard from the bookstore and he wrote this: Virgin Airways, $39 one way to the British Virgin Islands, and then he put it at the gate counter so everybody could see. Wanna guess what happened? Well, he filled up the entire charter plane, he made some money, and he got to go to the British Virgin Islands that same night instead of waiting until the next day. But wait, I'm still not done. After he did this, he thought to himself, he said, hey, I made some money, I got to go to the British Virgin Islands for free that same day, and other airlines, they're not really taking care of their customers. So he thought to himself, how much would it be to buy a commercial airline? So he calls up Boeing and asks them how much it would cost. That's when he found out that these commercial planes cost a lot of money. Remember, he's just a high school dropout kid that has a little bit of money saved up from his business. He can't afford a plane, so here's what he did. He called up Boeing, the airline manufacturer, again, and he said, hey, Boeing, listen, I got a sick deal for you. How about you give me a plane for free? I'll pay you $0. If I start to make money with an airline business, I'll pay you some royalties. But if my business really takes off, I'll buy the planes from you in 2 years. And then he told them, but if my business doesn't go so well, you know, I don't have any experience in the airline business, I'll give you the plane back for free and I don't owe you anything. Hey, what do you have to lose, right? When Boeing heard this, they laughed at that crazy offer. You want us to give you a plane for nothing? What kind of stupid offer is that? Then they accepted that offer, and that was the beginning of Virgin Airlines, and that guy was Richard Branson. This is a true story that started off from a canceled flight where everybody else started to complain and moan around him, and he decided to capitalize on it. Now, many years later, that high school dropout Richard Branson is now worth $5 billion, and that Virgin Airlines is one of his most profitable and biggest companies. So no more stressing out over things you can't control, and no more panicking over things that aren't gonna matter in the long term. Instead, try to figure out how you can turn your problems into profits. What's up everybody? If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, and have you been in a situation where you were able to turn your problems into profits? Let me know in the comments below. Don't miss our new videos on entrepreneurship, business, and money every single week, so hit the subscribe button below or hit this button right here even if you're on your phone. Follow me on Snapchat and follow us on Instagram over here, and check out some of our latest videos by clicking these buttons below. And as always, keep hustling.